I don't know about you, but when Hanukkah comes around, I feel like a kid and I need to decorate the whole house for Hanukkah. Where we live, there's not a lot of Hanukkah decorations that are readily available and or they're super expensive. So I wanted to share with you 5 Hanukkah DIYs and 1 bonus DIY gift at the end of the video to bring you the Hanukkah spirit in your home. So let's jump into it. I love doing this menorah and it is so beautiful and simple to do. I take some Epsom salt and put it in my tray. I add my lights. Here I'm using Dollar Tree for $4 candle holders. I align them in the Epsom salt and the salt helps stabilize them. For the sameach, I glue 2 candle holders together. I prepare about 1.5 liters of blue water. This way I always have the same color in my light cups when I fill them during Hanukkah. I use about 10 drops of blue coloring for the bottle. I put olive oil to create a nice color contrast. And if you want to know how to light the menorah the right way, I will leave the link to the video in the description box below. I add the floating wick. It is an amazing system that allows you to change the wick every day of Hanukkah. You simply take the floater, and a super hack or a super trick is to take the wick and to spread the top. This way the flame will be beautiful and glowing throughout the time it will be lit on Hanukkah. Add 1 wick and floater per container and you have the easiest and most beautiful menorah for under $3. For this project, I used 20 rattan balls. I found them at the dollar store. I also used wooden beads. And if you're like me and you only found different colors wooden beads, don't worry, we'll spray paint them later. I'm also using some whimsical fairy lights, and who says fairy lights from the Dollar Tree needs some testing. After putting my balls and beads on the string, my first step is to spray the wooden beads. I used chalk paint, and I would recommend for you not to use the Walmart 97-cent paint, as you will need like 4 coats. At first, I started to paint them flat on my Amazon box, but I soon realized that one side was not being painted and it was rolling all over. So I changed my tactic and decided to spray paint them, hanging them from a rack in my garage. It was much better. Once it was dried, I put the fairy light in the beads. The goal is to have the rattan ball on the light. With my kind of fairy light, what worked for me was 2 medium beads, 2 to 3 small beads, and then 2 medium beads again, then the rattan ball. After every section, I would make sure that the rattan ball was on the light. Once done, I rolled the last light in and out of the rattan ball to secure everything in place. I use these garlands to decorate my other projects and to make a Happy Hanukkah garland. As well as I used it to decorate our next project. On a serving plate, I used the dollar store lavender scented Epsom salt because it smells so good and it looks like snow. At the dollar store, I took these little plastic houses where you can insert an LED light in it, but you can also use any little house. I added a menorah, a dreidel, some people, as well as lampposts, greenery, some light for the menorah, and a bench. I love how it turned out in daylight, but I think I love it even more looking at it at night. I also did one with Lego for the kiddos. Let me know in the comments below which one do you prefer. For our next decoration for Hanukkah, I took this globe at the dollar store and used some coins that I spray painted from the dollar store as well. I stacked and glued them together to form a pedestal for the centerpiece. I took 3 of the coins and arranged them to cover the stack of coins. I added a copious amount of hot glue on the top of the pile of coins to add my centerpiece, which is my dreidel. I took some faux snow, which I think is one of the messiest things you can work with, and I added some to the globe. I added the centerpiece and I verified if the level of snow was okay. I wanted to pretty it up a little bit, so I added a bow. And I wanted for the snow globe to have a bit of a oomph, so I sat it on a galvanized bucket from the dollar store. And if you want to see my water Hanukkah snow globe, let me know in the comments below. For my star of David Wreath, I am using a snowflake base, and yes, you guessed it, it is from the dollar store. I took a first garland and wrapped it around the tip of every other branch of the snowflake. I really took my time to make sure the garland was secure and would not unravel. I tucked the end of the garland in the garland. I repeated the same process with another garland with a slightly different color to give a bit more dimension to our Hanukkah wreath. I added dollar store LED lights, and before doing anything, I test them because there is nothing worse than to complete a project and then you realize the lights are not working. I placed the lights on each point of our Magen David or Star of David wreath, and I tucked behind the wreath the lights that do not fit the pattern. I take zip ties. I should have used transparent one, but I did not have them. I secured the lights weaving the zip tie in and out of the wreath. I cut the excess of zip tie. I think I cut one of the wire of the lights, so I have to retest the lights one more time. Thank God I didn't chop off the cable. And if you don't have these lights, just simply use regular fairy lights and it will do a beautiful job too. This is our wreath that is on our door and fully decorated. We love it. Here is for the bonus DIY Hanukkah decoration / gift idea that our guests adore, and it only takes minutes to do. I take fluffy socks and I turn them inside out. I put them one inside the other. I put my thumbs in the middle and start rolling them inside out. I continue until I get a donut-shaped pair of socks. Because it is part of our goodie bags for our guests on Hanukkah, we wrap them using these cookie bags. We add a bow by folding a large ribbon. We scrunch it in the middle. And then we add another small ribbon to hold everything. I add the bow to the bag, and finally I place it in our Hanukkah greeting station in our foyer with our blue and white candies and chocolate dreidels. I hope you enjoyed this video. I had so much fun doing it. I would love to know, what was your favorite DIY? Let me know in the comments below. And of course, if you like this kind of content all about living a more affordable, fun, organized, and delicious Jewish life, please hit the subscribe button and turn on the notification bell so you do not miss any of our content. I'm going to wish you a happy Chanukah, Chanukkah sameach. May all the miracles of Chanukah accompany you every day in your life. Thank you for being here. It means the world to me. Stay safe, stay blessed. Know that you are loved, and until next time, don't forget to frum it up.